Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. I got videos today from China Observer.
Okay, call me. 周元, what is it? Did I do it? I just gave the killer gaze. Call me again. 周元, what is it? Can you feel the difference? I gave the look. And my
Did I miss something?
body formed an X shape.
The woman in the video who exudes charm and a seductive demeanor is Zhou Yuan.
Oh, I guess I can kind of see the X shape, I guess. Maybe I'm just stretching too hard here.
She claims to be China's foremost expert in sexual intelligence and specializes in
Is she married to a billionaire? Because if she ain't, then I don't see her being any type of expert.
teaching women how to manage relationships between the sexes. Netizens have dubbed her the mother of sexual intelligence. Recently, a clip featuring her iconic line, "Show them your gaze and form an X with your body," has gone viral. For example, a student is seen using this killer gaze on their instructor.
Just now, the professor calls me. Call me. Have you finished your thesis? No, I haven't. I just gave the look. Professor, call me. Have you started your thesis? Not doing it.
Netizens joke that if she really tried this,
So women are just using this gaze to get out of trouble and do whatever they want. So it's just another privilege tool is what I'm hearing.
she would likely lose her college degree. Zhou Yuan has turned exaggerated poses and suggestive language into what she calls women's charm enhancement courses. In a short time, her black and white sexual intelligence academy earned more than 24 million yuan.
Jeez,
Her open focus on pleasing
24
men
million?
soon sparked widespread anger online. Many people are accused her of objectifying women, damaging traditional values, and seriously breaking
I mean, this is what Sheer 7 does, the sprinkle lady, except I don't think she makes 20 million, 24 million. I mean, this is UN, so obviously it's not as much money in the US, but
public morals. In the end, authorities stepped in. On January 22nd, China Women's News published a criticism. It charged her with treating women as objects and reducing their worth to tools for pleasing men. That same day, her main Douyin account received a permanent ban. Just one day later, more setbacks hit hard. Her business structure fell apart, legal problems arose, and her public image collapsed. This quickly brought down the woman who called herself the godmother. By January 30th, the
damn. There's only one godfather, definitely no godmothers, that's for sure.
Market Supervision Administration in Yuhua District, Changsha, Hunan, together with police, internet regulators, and cultural officials, began an official investigation into black and white sexual intelligence, Zhou Yuan. They ordered her to stop all online and offline activities right away. This was the authorities' answer to her strong public backlash. Zhou Yuan is now 46 years old. She comes from Changsha.
46? The filters are doing a lot of work. Or she's just super Asian.
And is a mother of
46.
2 children. She first owned a beauty salon. Then in 2021, she started the Black and White Sexual Intelligence Academy and Black and White Biotechnology. Her businesses include online and offline classes, adult products, medical beauty services, and health advice. Zhou Yuan's approach follows an anxiety monetization loop with 3 main stages: attracting traffic, sorting customers, and collecting revenue. First, she draws people in with low-cost offers. She sells a 9.9 yuan trial course and posts many short videos showcasing dramatic X-glances and killer gazes along with bold, suggestive lines. This creates fast-spreading attention. Thanks to algorithms, her followers jumped by almost 55,000 in 30 days, and
55,000 in 30 days? That's a lot.
second video ad prices rose to 10,000 yuan. Members spread her content for free, while anxious women got pulled in. Next, she uses tiered choices.
I mean, it's very similar to OnlyFans in a sense, or the courses that the alpha males and the dating gurus kind of sell. Very similar to that, but it's to desperate women that think they can get the men they want. It's a lot of games out there. Like, I'm not saying all courses are bad. There's some courses that do have genuine knowledge and genuine, information in there. But a lot of courses that YouTubers sell probably aren't the best.
and upgrades. Courses begin at 99 yuan and 999 yuan for higher levels. The material grows more direct, including suggestive talk, closeness skills, and adult activities. Staff push expensive options by focusing on each person's worries. Examples include Empress Awakening and marriage defense battle courses. Her 2-day
Empress Awakening. I guess instead of Slay Queen, yeah, China with the Empress.
2-night offline camp costs 2,999 yuan, while a 3-day, 3-night version costs 4,980 yuan. Her top 88,000 yuan mentorship package offers a so-called personal guidance to become irresistible. She also runs a referral system that pays 30% bonuses for bringing in new people. Finally,
I mean, it's very similar to men when men do the same thing, but it's a different man. It's seen as cringe, attractive, or whatever. I just watched her do the exact same thing as the model chick, and yeah, it was not as attractive or as cute.
Finally, the loop completes with sales. Courses come with added products like adult toys, lingerie, contraceptives, and beauty treatments. Some items cost 2 to 3 times more than normal market prices. This builds a complete package of classes, physical goods, and services. Offline camps run more than 10 times a month, mostly at a Changsha base, with new locations in cities like Xiamen and Tianjin. Former staff say the sessions are very explicit and close to pornography, yet they are sold as women's empowering and
Sounds like OnlyFans.
healing. Zhou Yuan excels at hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. She runs so-called high society training classes that teach mistresses how to make their relationships official. At the same time, she offers advice to worried wives on how to hold on to their husbands. In this way,
What a diabolical woman. To be selling classes how to steal people's husband, and sell classes how to keep your man from being stolen? Man.
she sells courses to both
So
sides of a
ridiculous.
troubled marriage. Her model appeals to both men and women. Estimates suggest she has taught tens of thousands of students, with some reports claiming more than 100,000 people in total. She has skillfully targeted the marriage worries of middle-aged women aged 35 to 50.
See, it's a scam. It's similar. Again, if men were doing something similar to this, scamming, I guess if men were scamming men, they probably wouldn't care too much about it either way, I guess. But when it comes to women, it comes to be such a big deal.
reduces complex relationship problems to a simple lack of charm and sells a quick idea that pleasing men will save a marriage. Most of her students are stay-at-home wives or traditional women who lack financial and emotional independence. They see her courses as a last hope, yet the results often fail. Some students say their partners grew to dislike them more. In certain cases, the courses even sped up divorce. Zhou Yuan's sexual intelligence courses are not a lone case. They form part of a wider trend in China in recent years. Many so-called emotional charm influencers and groups have built a full gray industry chain. It moved
Yeah, we have plenty of them. We call them gold diggers.
from early women's virtue
Gold digger
classes
tube.
to later socialite training programs, and now includes sexual intelligence courses and emotional growth camps. At their core, all these programs teach women to rely on men. They sell anxiety and promise fast solutions, which leads to commercial gain. The
I
roots
mean, how do you fix everything? The fastest way possible. Get a man to do it.
of these trends go back to women's virtue classes that emerged in the early 2010s. Some groups, claiming to promote traditional culture, actually push extreme gender biases and female submission. One of the most
That feels like the whole trad, like the trad feminisms. You know, like when they're feminists, but covert feminists.
most infamous cases was the Fushan women's virtue classes, exposed in 2017. This unlicensed school operated in Majin village, Fushan, Liaoning. Its lessons contained bizarre and degrading ideas. It taught women to follow rules like do not hit back, do not argue, endure everything, and never divorce. It said
Oh, okay. Never mind. It's the total opposite of what I thought then.
ordering takeout or failing to wash dishes showed a lack of virtue. It also stressed that women should know their place, avoid striving for strength,
Oh, okay. So it's super red pill. Super red pill and super tradition teaching. Got it. Which is also probably isn't the best anymore either, tell you the truth. Like the super tradition, at least China's super traditional back then.
independence, and accept that such efforts end badly. Students had to kneel while cleaning floors and repeat confessions such as, I was wrong, I do many wrong things every day. They were told to wear only light makeup, since heavy makeup went against women's virtue. The methods mix brainwashing, punishment, and religious ideas of redemption. They blame
Yeah, seems like a red pill cult. Like, damn. I mean, the extremes of both sides are just as bad as each other, guys. This is why you gotta take things with nuance. A lot of situations isn't just generalization. Yes, we speak in generalization, but there's a lot of nuance in each situation that we have to give its credence.
Blamed women's problems on personal sins and said true rescue came only from believing in the ancestors. The case sparked widespread
Definitely
anger.
red pill cult.
Netizens called it a women's slavery training camp. On December 3rd, 2017, the Fushun Education Bureau released a statement. It said the women's virtue classes broke social morals, ran without a license, and must close at once. It ordered the dismissal of students and a full citywide investigation. As society changed,
Like, did students pay to go to that class, or parents paid for students to go to that class? Like, I'm confused why students even showed up.
these groups grew more polished. They shifted to a socialite training program that taught women how to build a high society persona and marry into rich families. A well-known example came in 2017 when Chinese billionaire heir Wang Xikong, often called the national husband, exposed one such program. The organizer was known as Sister Amy. Amy, whose real name is Hu Man-yu, was born in 1990. She graduated from Nanjing Jikang Vocational and Technical College with a management degree. Although her education was ordinary, she showed clear drive in business. She started as a producer and director at a local TV station. There, she built a wide network of attractive women. At first, Hu mentioned at a social event that she knew many beautiful women. Male friends
So she became a pimp, is what I'm hearing so far.
asked her to introduce them and gave red envelopes as thanks.
Gator ain't take no shit.
This gave her an idea. She began working as a matchmaker, connecting attractive women with wealthy men from high society and receiving payment. Over time, she turned this into a wife delivery plan. She launched a socialite training program designed to produce the ideal trophy wife for rich men, essentially creating ready-made wives on a large scale. Her program followed strict steps and operated without mercy. The first step required cosmetic surgery. Women whose looks did not meet the standard
Damn. Okay. Off the rip. It was like, you don't look good? Get it done.
had to go to specific beauty clinics. The goal was to create the factory standard influencer face that matched what most wealthy men preferred.
I don't think we prefer, like, all influencer faces that look the same. Like, we want some uniqueness in people's looks.
Who received a 20% commission from these procedures, earning nearly 1 million yuan a
20%?
month from this stage alone. The second step focused on building a false socialite identity. Participants shared clothes, bags, and stockings. They stayed in the same luxury hotels and had the same afternoon tea. They took photos of this luxurious life and posted them on platforms like Xiaohongshu or Instagram. This helped them appeal
So I guess this is kind of like a bop house, but a trophy wife house. Everybody in there just pretending to be trophy wives and trying to look like the image of trophy wives, while men hopefully come and pick them up slowly.
to wealthy men. The third part covered network skills. It included ways to enter private events, opening lines to start conversations, methods to get contact information.
See, at least they're teaching these women how to use opening lines and how to contact people and approach people and stuff. Unlike the coaches here in the United States, at least this gave women something, I guess.
And prepared scripts
not the
for
greatest
talking.
still,
Finally, Hu taught a strategy for making relationships public. She explained how to turn an affair into an official partnership. She even advised using pregnancy to push men to announce the relationship. These steps showed clear success to other women in the program and to future clients. This helped
I can see the stealing a man being successful, but I don't see the keeping a man course as successful.
attract more participants and grow the business. With successful case studies in place, countless women were eager to join. However, the fees for registration and cosmetic procedures were considerable, so Hu allowed participants to pay in installments, a portion up front, with a balance due after marriage, or pay after completing the training.
Damn, balance due after marriage. Yeah, we helped you get that ring. As soon as you get the ceremony done, we better see a deposit in our bank account.
Commissions were adjusted based on the wealth of the men they targeted. Her most notable success stories include training 2 women who married high-profile celebrities. One became the wife of Hong Kong's King of Dance and one of the 4 heavenly kings, Aaron Kwok. The other married Taiwanese R&B singer and former Asian Little King Wilbur Pan. Both of these male celebrities previously made sudden public announcements about marrying their non-celebrity girlfriends, who had no background in the entertainment industry. Their low-key origins and rapid rise to prominence led netizens and the media to suspect that these ordinary wives were
We call them plants.
likely graduates of Amy's socialite training program. Years ago, Wang Xikong, the famous Chinese businessman, shared on his social media circle, "I'm in awe. Sister Amy is truly impressive. Two beautiful women by her side, one married to the king of dance, Aaron Kwok, and the other to Wilbur Pan. She's incredibly powerful." In 2022, rumors
I mean, I do say it, like, power isn't what you have, it's the influence you have over the people that have power. So the more powerful people you have influence over, Epstein type stuff, just to plug that back in again, the more powerful you are, because you have influence over people that can probably do and move things you can't.
about Chinese movie star Mark Huang's alleged girlfriend, Ya Ke, quickly sparked a nationwide social media frenzy, which led to the discovery of some intriguing details. It was revealed that Ya Ke was not only a small online influencer, but also a low-profile female entrepreneur. She graduated from Shenzhen University and had worked as a radio host for Shenzhen Broadcasting Group. Additionally, she was a chairwoman or supervisor.
I do admit these women do look pretty damn good looking. Again, I don't know, it's the filters, the makeup, all the surgeries they had to do before they were even able to get into the course, but they look pretty damn good.
Of multiple companies, including
For me, it's hard to tell plastic surgery for Asians because they do it to make it look really natural, to look very good. Where here in the United States, I feel like most cosmetic surgeries look very outrageous.
Shenzhen Kexing Communication Technology, with their businesses spanning across clothing, beauty, and biotechnology. Ya Ke also served on the board of the Shenzhen Women Entrepreneurs Association and was marketed by the media as a successful female entrepreneur. On social media, her photos consistently featured her in luxury brands such as Hermes bags, a Ferrari sports car, designer watches, and lavish clothing. She frequently posted images of her multi-million yuan luxury apartment in Shenzhen, fitting the rich and beautiful stereotype perfectly. As netizens looked deeper, they found that Ye
Damn, is that what she looked like originally? Diabolical. Diabolical. I mean, to tell the truth, this look isn't even that bad if she fit the perfect wife role. But you train to be this fake wife, and then you look like this to look like that. Now things get mucky.
Ke's early photos look very different from how she appears now. She once had a fairly plain appearance. Today, her features look highly sculpted, with large eyes, a high nose, and sharp contours. In a later live stream, Ye Ke admitted she had minor cosmetic procedures.
Minor?
Netizens quickly responded,
Minor?
"This is not minor work. This is major change to
Like, look at her, like, smile lines. They disappeared.
the face."
She doesn't even have smile lines anymore. Look at just this right here. That's huge difference. And of course the eyes. She barely has a second eyelid. This one's quite apparent. Bigger eyes. Eyebrows are about the same. Obviously the slimming of the cheeks. Even her ears look slightly different.
Even more surprising was the news that Ye Ke had been married before. Her ex-husband was reportedly Wang Mingjing, a wealthy second-generation entrepreneur from Shenzhen, known as a Prince of Minds. The couple had children together. After their divorce,
It's so funny. A lot of these Chinese people that are kind of big have like titles or like like the Prince of something. Like, what the hell's going on with this? Do we have anything like that over here? Well, I mean, we got Michael Jackson, the king of pop, but that's the only one I can think of.
Ye Ke reportedly received a large settlement. The biggest shock came when netizens noticed that Ye Ke's photos on Instagram and Xiaohongshu were almost the same as those posted by other influencers. They showed the same locations, identical poses, the same clothes, and even the same hotel rooms. Pictures of sports cars, bags, and watches that Ye Ke shared also appeared in nearly identical form on other accounts. This led netizens to link Ye Ke right away to the socialite training program that Wang Xikong exposed.
That makes sense. That makes sense. People on the internet are very good at seeing like all these photos, looking at the exact same position and the exact same locations. People are so damn good at like locating these things.
In 2017. The rumors about Ye Ke started to spread widely in 2022, and her public image began to fall apart. After Mark Huang publicly confirmed their relationship in September 2024, these old issues came back up. The romance ended after only 2 months. This event caused Ye Ke to step away from social media. It also brought fresh attention to the socialite training program industry. Netizens now use it as a prime example of how the industry works, with some joking that its employment rate is higher than that of university. In fact, many of these socialite training programs have never really
So a lot of these women are getting men that they want.
gone away in recent years. They have simply changed their names and rebranded themselves. One example is the controversial Ling Tong Tong Love Academy, which has often faced criticism from educational institutions. Let's look more closely at the claimed specialties of its instructors, who appear to hide a number of unusual talents. The U.S.
I feel like these are just ultra femininity classes, kind of disguised as other things, but it's not good things and bad things. I think it's decently neutral overall, other than the whole having to do cosmetic surgery and everything.
branch partner, Ling Tong Academy, is known as Teacher Bobo. She presents herself as a top practical expert. She claims that during her college years, she was already able to persuade suitors to give her jewelry worth more than 500,000 yuan. What stands out about Teacher Bobo is her strong academic background. She studied at a well-known U.S. school including UCLA, UMD, a UNOA. After completing an MBA focused on finance, she returned to China and moved into the field of emotional intelligence. Her main work centers on helping ordinary women secure cross-class marriages. She teaches women not only how to attract men from higher society, but she also excels in other areas. In particular, she coaches students on how to remove mistresses or other romantic rivals. The founder of the academy, Ling Tong Tong, made a striking statement that sums up her approach. It's better to watch an old man's bankroll than to accompany a young boy as he grows up. This line captures the main idea. Don't spend time on poor young men. It's far more efficient to target wealthy older men. Another instructor, Wan Jin, calls herself a high-end political and business elite interpreter. She focuses on helping women attract high-quality men. Her courses include topics such as social...
I wonder how many... If we have these types of classes or these types of women here that are selling massive courses like this, because I just don't see here in the West women training other women to be feminine, or like at least pretending to be feminine in any way. That's the hard part to comprehend for the US side of things or the Western side of things. At least women over there, yeah, they're willing to put in the work to get the man they want, right? They're willing to get the plastic surgery, to, you know, be submissive, to do all these trainings and stuff because they know it's worth the work. Where women in the West, they're not even willing to approach men or even pay for their first date. I don't think they're willing to learn how to be submissive and feminine for men.
Social breakthrough pathways, expanding conversation techniques, and the attraction building model. All of these are promoted as fast ways to find partners and enter wealthy circles. When you look at this group of instructors, it's clear what these programs really do. They present themselves as emotional counseling or women's empowerment courses, yet they do not create true socialites.
Nope.
Instead, they produce women who chase fantasies and use manipulative tactics to gain money.
If these women actually lived that social life, you know, made that kind of money, moved in that direction in that way, sure, no one's going to say shit. But they don't. We know they don't.
To be called gold-digging women, as one netizen put it sharply. By claiming to teach girls how to con boys into spending money, they're actually conning the girls themselves.
Yep.
I don't know whether this is a scam aimed at men or at women. It's because all these programs, socialite training programs...
I mean, when you think about it, these women get double screwed. They got to pay for these classes, and then these classes teach them how to do these things, and then they get screwed over for doing all these things because these things aren't the correct things anyways.
Sexual intelligence courses and emotional intelligence academies that so many women now focus only on marrying into wealth and dreaming of quick success. They avoid real relationships, marriage, or raising children. They believe that with enough charm, men will gladly spend money and give up their assets. To most people, these women who seek shortcuts are simply living in wishful thinking. A few years ago,
we call it the Lululand.
When economic times were better and top spenders freely threw money around, these fake socialites had a real market. But now the situation has changed. The financial boom has ended, and those big spenders no longer have the extra money they once did. As a result, these women stay caught in their dreams. They grow older, remain single, and slowly face the truth. A financial vlogger, who also happened to have the same name, Zhou Yuan, examined the business model of the sexual intelligence guru, Zhou Yuan, from a purely financial viewpoint.
在我看来，取悦他人从来都是一笔稳赔不赚。
In my view, trying to please others has always been a losing investment with no return.
的坏投资。
In my view, trying to please others
I
has
didn't realize
always
you were
been
gonna
a losing
translate. My bad.
investment with no returns. Today, let's break down the business nature of this model from a financial standpoint, tapping into this hot topic. You will find that while it appears to be a shortcut to success, in reality, it's a consumer trap with the lowest cost effectiveness.
The vlogger believes the core essence of this business model consists of three main points. First, what is its core product? It's not knowledge at all, but emotional comfort, coupled with empty promises of shortcuts. The models tap directly into the anxieties some women feel about their relationships, marriage, and social standing, simplifying what should be a long-term personal growth and relationship process into easily marketable postures and speech routines. Essentially, it replaces substance with gimmicks. Second, what's its customer acquisition model? It follows a classic anxiety monetization loop. First, create anxiety like, you're not good enough. That's why your relationship isn't working. Then sell a
I mean, I feel like that's what the makeup model or the makeup industry does. You're not good enough. Cake on more.
solution. My course can teach you how to fix this. And finally, continuously harvest with expensive private lessons, image management products.
Hell, maybe we should just start classes like this, teaching women how to do this, men's femininity class for women,
and medical beauty referrals. In some courses, priced as high as 88,000 yuan, but the
Jeez.
return on investment is impossible to quantify. And
88,000 yuan is still quite a bit of $1,000 in the US.
more importantly, it doesn't generate real social productivity. It only teaches you how to people please. Thirdly, from a financial investment perspective, the asset attribute of this investment is completely negative. It doesn't create any long-term appreciating assets, such as professional knowledge or core skills, as results depend on external evaluations, specifically based on other
Yeah, they turn into hollow bimbos that have no substance. That's sprinkle right there.
others' preferences, which makes it purely a consumable expenditure. Once the relationship ends or a person realizes the truth, all the initial investment turns into sunk costs and its value drops to zero. So how successful is this model? For its creator, it's a successful anxiety-driven business, but for every paying participant, it's a failed investment involving high cash flow consumption, high risks to intangible assets, and a weakening of long-term competitive advantage. The vlogger concludes, true personal investment is never about pleasing others, but about internal growth, creating quality assets that can continuously appreciate and generate positive cash flow.
I feel like China takes everything the US has done and just puts steroids into it and just does it way worse than us and on a grander scale. Like these femininity classes and stuff, I don't think we have them in mass like that here in the United States, but they seem to be such a thing in China, right? China actually cares to teach women to be feminine and things like that, to trick men. Like that's at least somewhat of a smart thought process than most of the dating coaches here. This is why we say when you go to other countries, you got to be more aware of the feminine women because they know how to use their femininity against you. And most American men just like melt over femininity because we've never really like experienced it in mass or even at all. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.